Hey, real quick announcement for the fellow deaf and hard of hearing people. If you want one of these Deaf and Loud t-shirts, go to deafandloud.com. My pal Sean Forbes has made these t-shirts, and I just recently got one, so it's going to be my outfit for VidCon. So, get one of these. I love them. So yeah, just want to make that quick little announcement, so go get one, because they're awesome. Let's get on to the show. Disclaimer. There will be some deaf or hard of hearing people that don't give a damn about what I'm about to say. That's life. And they can do them. There will always be people in minority groups that don't care about things like this. But I'm going to say this to you for those of us that do care. Hi, I'm Ricky Pointer, deaf person, blogger, advocate, and I and the rest of the deaf community would like to have a talk with you about this thing that you have going on. And about this very outest advertisement you created. First things first, hearing impaired is one of the most derogatory terms that you can call a deaf or hard of hearing person. You should have stuck with the terms deaf and hard of hearing. We don't care what the medical term is. We don't care what audiologists, some of the most outest hearing groups, call it. We go by deaf and hard of hearing, or capital D, deaf. Of course, some deaf people will prefer that term. Mostly the older generation of hearing people. But Hearing Society should just leave that to us. That's it. Now let's go through all of this stuff in your advertisement. 1. We do not need to be fixed. We're so tired of Hearing Society always going, oh my god, these poor deaf broken kids, we need to fix them. We've been doing just fine regardless of how much you all keep trying to put us down. Being deaf and hard of hearing isn't the problem. You and everybody treating us like we're less than is the problem. 2. We communicate. In fact, I'm emailing you right now. That's communication. Jules Dameron, Amber Zion, Sean Forbes, myself, Marley Matlin. I could go on and on with the amount of deaf and hard of hearing people that have the capability to send you an email, handwritten letter, tweet, talk to you face to face, etc. right now. There is sign language, which outest Hearing Society loves to take from deaf and hard of hearing people. There are oral deaf, pens, paper. Just because you and the rest of outest Hearing Society seem to be incapable of figuring out how to communicate with us, it doesn't mean we can't communicate. This is not a deaf problem, this is a you problem. If we have the intelligence to figure out how to communicate with you, why don't you have the intelligence to communicate with us? It's really not as difficult as you're trying to make it be. 3. We can be educated. It's outest Hearing Society that has been trying to shut down schools, refuse to make more. Be better. How many schools have we been able to keep for the deaf and hard of hearing? College, I mean. 2. Or 1. The rest are programs, and there's not that many. How many schools have outest Hearing Society and government been trying to shut down or have been successful in taking away? All of it, from programs to elementary school, etc. So much more. I know more than one language. Not fluently, but I can read some stuff in multiple languages, understand a good amount of more than one language. I made it to the top of my online Mandarin class. Mandarin is a tonal language. 4 tones. In a way, 5. I beat almost every single person in that class. How many languages do you know? If more than one, good for you. Honestly, good for you. But guess what? So do I. So do others. Others that are deaf or hard of hearing. 4. And I damn well can name you at least 5 deaf and hard of hearing musicians, a dancer, theater kids, actors, all kinds of deaf and entertainment industry. Have you heard of Deaf West Theater? Sean Forbes, sign maker, the guy who was on American Idol and made it so high up there. The 2 women on the latest season of The Voice, T.L. Forsberg, Beethoven. I'm sure you've heard of him, of all people. Shoshana Stern, I'm sure you've heard of Marley Matlin too. Such an amazing and famous actress. Jules Dameron, an award-winning filmmaker, won an award. What have you done? How many awards do you have? 5. So many deaf and hard of hearing people have made a difference in this world without hearing. Helen Keller, Marley Matlin. I'll toot my own horn and say I've been doing a little something with getting better accessibility with closed captioning on YouTube. I've been on Huffington Post, Upworthy, Mike, ABC News, BBC, Ouch, BBC News, international news, etc. for my effort. So is Miley Matlin and Caption Action too, and the original makers of the Caption This campaign. They've been doing awesome things for and with us to make this world better. The Hearing People of Glide have been working with their With Captions campaign like good allies do. Evelyn Glennie did an awesome thing involving music. Kristen Stun Kim is an artist who reinvented sound. There is nothing wrong with consenting deaf and hard of hearing people obtaining a hearing aid, cochlear implant, FN system, etc. If we make that choice, we make that choice. But there is something wrong with ableism, outism, and the way you and everybody else in this society have been treating us. How are you going about with this "we can't hear you now" monstrosity? I can't stop you from continuing this come July 19th, but I hope you learned a thing or two, and I will certainly be talking about this on my YouTube channel. I wanted to talk about something fun, but you've inspired me to change that and talk about this instead. I'll say it again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with hearing aids and cochlear implants and what they do. The problem is how, not all of hearing society, just the outest part of hearing society and how they treat us. The way everything was worded in these flyers about how we can't develop, we can't be educated, we can't be involved in entertainment, we can't enjoy entertainment. It's just so wrong. There will always be deaf and hard of hearing people that want aids in hearing, and that's completely fine. Consenting adults can do what they want. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a huge group of us that are just fine, and all we simply want is not this. We do everything we can to stand alongside you and communicate with you and be friends with you and be best buddies with you. But in return, you can't tell us that we're incapable of being educated, incapable of being developed, incapable of having fun. That kind of attitude needs to change. And we're not going to stop talking about it until it happens.